Everything I do is magic.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nightcap Knowledge. DJ George Chuck on your Facebook Live right now. Share this live. Let's go.
Look. Michael Jackson the shoes, Barack Obama the jewels. Oprah Winfrey the coupe with a Serena or two. Hey, the sick is the flu. BB can give them the blues. Jay and Diddy the moves. Ain't no way I can lose. Pulling up, looking like black magic. Black magic, pulling up, feeling like black magic, pulling up, looking like black magic, pulling up, looking like black magic. I swear on my grandma, I'm kicking this shit from the soul, they not ready for this. I'm from under the bottom, with the only shot that you get is from rifles and pistols. Living life like it's good times, but we didn't have a penny though. Blowing up down the mic like
y'all share this. We're doing a very special live tonight. This is the Sleepout edition of Nightcap Knowledge. Share this. You'll be able to learn about everything that Mr. Max got going on tonight out at Pittman Park. Sleep Out to help the homeless. Right now you're listening to Tim Hudson, Black Magic.
God first and hard work, that's what I'm about. Look, a nigga really head first. Nigga make a play, making bread work. Nigga sleep and get them out the bed first. Wanna see result, do the leg work. Busy overthinking, make your head hurt. You don't overcome if you ain't scared first. Gotta keep it wavy. Niggas be fugazi, can't be acting lazy. Gotta feed them babies, gotta feed them babies. Michael Jackson the shoes, Barack Obama the jewels. Oprah Winfrey the coupe with a Serena or two. Hey, the sick is the flu. BB can give them the blues. Jay and Diddy the moves. Ain't no way I can lose. Pulling up, looking like black magic, pulling up, feeling like black magic, pulling up, looking like black magic, pulling up, looking like black magic.
It's about that time. You know what time it is when you hear this. That's the intro music. Let's go.
I'm happy to be a part of your history. It's these feelings that always happen to get to me instantly. I start thinking, projecting happiness mentally, like me on the ticket and you excited to get to me. Who the greatest? They mention me, and I'm their biggest fan. I always known to bring that bounce like I'm Timberland. They say they see me getting bigger, ain't that been the plan? Been across the nation and rocked. I'm Jackson's Jigger, man. I ain't a mirror created, make me less of that. I promise to make it work, never perfection, man. Only way I'll stop is for a better plan. Till then, I'm aiming to put some platinum on my man. Never settle land, anxious I could never be. If you ain't all in, the best you could do is let me free.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's Nightcap Knowledge, baby. Let's go. Lights, camera, action.
You bring the energy and I can bring the passion. Give me the sound and the stage, make it happy. This that Mississippi magic.
That's right. It's that Mississippi magic. And Mr. Mac is on site at Pittman Park. I'm George Chuck, and I'm at the house live studio. And look, man, we are excited to be here with you, Mac. I can see you got your mask on, your N95, you got your face shield on. Is it chilly out there, man? Like tell us how I feel out there.
Well, yeah, man, it's a little the wind is blowing, it's a little cool, but it's still great. It's definitely a lot better than it has been out here for us.
Yeah.
But given the circumstances with COVID and everything, the numbers are smaller. We did not want a lot of people out here.
Right.
But we were trying to be safe. But we still have a lot of folks that they need. So people are still coming.
That's right. And you mentioned COVID, and we would definitely want to get our coronavirus COVID-19 update for the week. I know that people have been hearing it on the news. For those of you that are tuned in to us right now, make sure you share this live, leave something in the comments for us. But Mississippi has 145,000 total cases and just under 4,000 deaths. I've been directly affected by COVID-19. I had it. Had my struggle with it, and we're back here to tell the story for all of us as we approach Thanksgiving, where we usually with our family.
Right.
Let's not do that. Let's Zoom. Let's get together. If we're gonna get together, let's get together safely. Let's do it in a socially distanced manner.
Right.
Mac, you got anything you want to add to that, man, before we dig into what the sleep out is and what you got going on out there tonight and all the people that help
So
do this?
so this is Nightcap Knowledge, and this is rated black and uncensored, right? So we say stuff, and I proudly say things that are non-politically correct. People like to make fun, right? So they see you wearing stuff. I've seen too many idiots, ignorant, stupid ass people on Facebook making fun of people wearing a mask, whether they in their car or not. But so many people run around not wearing a mask, not socially distancing, getting other folks infected. If
Yep.
you want to go out and hang out and club and party or do whatever you want to do, then stay away from around the people that have compromised immune systems. Stay away from people that are sick. If you want to get yourself sick, that's different. But don't do things to endanger other folks playing with their life, because everybody's immune system is different. Everybody doesn't recover as quickly as others. The virus is the same, but it affects everybody differently. So do what you got to do to take care of yourself. When anybody got anything to say about all the steps you take to take care of yourself, fuck them.
Hey,
That's all I can say.
look, man, I agree wholeheartedly. I don't have any detractions to make to your statement that you just made, and I'm gonna say it like this. I wish to God that I hadn't got it, and I am going to double down on what we were doing before, and I'll be honest, we got a little lax. I got a little lax, and we're not gonna let that happen again. We've taken extra measures in the shop.
Right,
But I got it made Black Notation shop to make sure that we've got the sanitizing daily.
right,
Everything that we doing in the house, I'm doing in the shop. So packages that come in, they get sprayed down,
right,
left on for a few hours, and then we get them and open them up and start to unpack and prepare
right,
for shipment. But we gotta do what we gotta do to keep our families safe. We gotta do what we gotta do to keep our community safe. And the thing is, we gotta be here after COVID. We
right,
won't be here after COVID. But there are some folks out there that don't have the supplies that we had with our disinfectant spray and our gloves and all of that. And Mississippi Move, Mac Epps is out there right now with a group of volunteers, socially distanced and socially responsible volunteers. Tell us about the crowd that's out there tonight, and I know it's usually a lot larger.
right.
Tell us about what's going on tonight, Mac, with the Sleep Out to Help the Homeless, sponsored by Mississippi Move and Mu Sigma.
So the numbers are smaller, the volunteers are smaller. We did it purposely, but we've had people been walking up. We've been giving out, for one, we call it COVID bags. I put some bags together specifically
Yeah,
with gloves, masks, sanitizer. Either has hot hands in it or it has a poncho in it. Mu Sigma put together some hygiene bags with deodorant, soap, towels, all that good stuff. Metro Corvette Club of Mississippi out here doing warm wear. They're giving out blankets,
yeah,
gloves, warm gloves, hats and stuff like that. And then we had School of Social Work, Dr. Zaya Marshall came and dropped off a bag of canned goods. So basically, there are people that have abandoned houses and places to stay, and they have ways to warm up food. And we're out here meeting their needs as best as we can. We have folks that ask us for things that we do not have right now, such as like more warm clothing. But
okay,
we know where they are. We can come back out and bring the stuff to them. But yeah, it's one of those type of events where more people find out and they gradually walk up throughout the night.
uh-huh,
Um, and we're going to be back here with another crew in the morning, providing coffee and donuts for them, and also still passing out the material that they would need to get through to make this thing better. They don't have a lot of this stuff. Like that some of them might have a mask, and they don't, and they're telling how long they had the mask they did have.
yeah,
So we try to make sure that put at least two masks, um, put at least two masks inside of the bags, as you can see. I don't know how well you can see, but we got folks trying to grab stuff, and
yeah,
we got to go plates, and we got food. So we definitely got it. We downsizing the menu, but we got stuff that they can carry to go plates, and they
right.
can put everything they need in there. Got bottles of water, um, and doing what we can. We're
So
doing
look,
what we can.
who are some of the major players that have donated to us and to Mississippi Move and to the Sleep Out specifically, this year and in previous years?
So this year, just had some donations from School of Social Work, Metro Club of Mississippi, uh, New Sigma. We have been collecting items from various sources, and we put some stuff together for Mississippi Move. We had some masks donated to us too.
Right.
Uh, so we had that. We got Councilman Stamps out here. Councilman Stamps / Representative Stamps is out here. Just went and got some more water, fire pit, got wood to keep everybody warm, and we're gonna be going strong. I actually think he's gonna stay to be that go between that 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
So we definitely thank those folks, people that have stepped up and helped out in the past. We could just say Jackson Payne. We could say JPD Dart Team came out and donated items before. We've had Mississippi in Action. We've had volunteers from his fraternity, her sorority.
Yeah.
We've had stilettos on the pavement. We've had a numerous group of folks donate and provide items for us throughout the years. And we're definitely thankful for all of them because I always say the same thing: bless us to be a blessing to bless others.
Right.
Um,
Being
and that's
human.
what we've been doing.
Yeah, man. It's good to have good humans, right?
Yeah,
You want to be a good person. You want to live by that golden rule, but we definitely want to highlight those people that live that way, and do for others that might be do, doing a little bit less than nice. So it's folks out there that need a little bit of help, need a little bit of
right.
assistance. They want to have things that can allow them to be independent and to be safe, regardless of the situation that they in. So it's nice to be nice, is what the ladies at church would say back in the day.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. My grandma had a saying, and me and Councilman Stamps talked about this earlier. Sabir was out here. I said this time of the year is very symbolic for us. We started doing a sleep out due to the help save the shelter.
Yeah,
And then Councilman Stamps came out here, and it's his birthday week. His birthday was just the other day. Sabir lost his mother around this time. My grandmother passed around this time. So this is a different feel. But I hear her words, and my grandma will always say that no matter how high a bird fly, they have to come down to get water to drink. So the people that we are dealing with, never think that you're above anybody just because you have certain things that they have. And that's one of my biggest motivators for being able to just hang out and talk to anybody, regardless of what they have, because you never know where you might be tomorrow. Hell, some of us already been there, and we on a up the ladder type of mode. But you don't never put yourself above someone else or think you better just because you have a few items that they don't have. All of it's given to you in a season, and it came today and it could be gone tomorrow. And when we started talking about why this is so important, I said it don't even have to be that you lost your job. It don't have to be that you have a bad habit. You
yeah,
can be displaced. Understand what we did in Durham, Mississippi. We had to go up there after the tornado, after Phil Bryant refused to declare it a state of an emergency so they could provide resources to help the folks in Durham. We went up there 3 times bringing donations because the folks were displaced because their houses was destroyed and they had nowhere else to go and did not have the financial means to go and get an apartment nowhere else. Some people were staying in places that had rent $80 to $100 a month. Where's you going to find a place to stay like that once your house is gone? So it's some numerous reasons why people end up out in the elements and without places to stay.
yeah, man. You never know what a person's story may be. You
Right.
never know how they ended up in that situation, but it's not our business
Nope.
to know that. It's our business to lend a helping hand.
If you can't help them, don't hurt them.
Yeah,
Keep all your negative ass comments and everything else you got to say to yourself. All your judgmental comments to yourself.
yeah,
Some of y'all, some folks should have been fired from their job years ago, and you still there. So don't be talking about what folks are not doing and what they're going to do with the items that you give them.
that's right.
My job is to help provide folks with resources they say that they need. What they do with them, That's between them and whatever they do.
Yeah.
But
And speaking of those resources, yeah, and we definitely want to highlight the folks again that have helped out. We'll do a graphic on Mississippi Moves website and Facebook page, and get that posted on the Nightcap Knowledge page. But if folks want to contribute to what we have going on with the Sleepout, and we do things, as Mississippi Move under that banner throughout the year. Not just a voter mobilization organization, a voter education organization, but we do things for folks that matter, and humans matter. So if you want to donate to Mississippi Move, you go over to the website www.msmove.org, and you can donate there via the PayPal. Right.
Right. It's connected right there, and you could donate right there on the site. But we asking people that if you don't want to donate, hey, just ride around town. I tell anybody, if it's cold,
yeah,
and you see people after 5 o'clock, they understand
what it is, man.
They ain't got nowhere else to go. So you can do it directly yourself. If you know, and the challenge we usually issue everybody, if you didn't want to come out here to the sleep out, you can go out there and take your blanket on your front lawn and lay out there for a while to get the experience and understand that some people have no other choice.
Yeah, you can do the sleep out and bring awareness. And matter of fact, that may be one of the things that we need to do next year. We need to expand the ways that people can participate. So maybe you donate so much and you get a yard sign and say, join me in the neighborhood, sleep out in your front yard and experience some of what it's like. And those folks can raise money, from their neighbors. So we'll look at that for next year, and expanding our reach with the sleep out.
And I can't remember what country it was in Africa. They were talking about how they allow the folks that are homeless to come and stay, and they do that. They come and sleep in their yard, and they provide resources to them. They give them somewhere safe to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had numerous times where someone that's homeless out here, they have an abandoned house to stay in. They have no source of heat, and they would come out here and sleep out here in the park with us, next to the fire.
Next to the fire.
Versus being in a abandoned house with no heat.
With no, man.
Yeah.
And it's an everyday thing. Usually the sleep out is like on the coldest day of the year, right?
Yeah, it's always cold. It's usually
cold, but usually the sleep out, it just hit a little different on the sleep out, man.
Yeah. One reason is you out here for 12 hours, sometimes 13 to 14 hours. You're outside in the elements. It's different than going inside and running back and forth.
Right.
One thing that's a big difference is downtime. When you got downtime, when you're not moving around, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Y'all can go here, brother. Y'all can go ahead and get some stuff. Yeah. Either you can start over there, get some stuff, and then go down to them.
So if you're just joining us, Mr. Mack is on the scene with Mississippi Move and all of the volunteers and the good folks that have joined the effort to support the Sleep Out to Help the Homeless. Sleep Out to Help the Homeless is a yearly thing that we do to commemorate and bring awareness to homelessness in the central Mississippi area, specifically Jackson. And it started years ago, and we raised a number of dollars to keep shelters open that were responsible for providing all sorts of services and resources to our homeless brothers and sisters in the central Mississippi area. Now, Mac, how long are y'all gonna stay out there tonight? I know you said Councilman Stamps, but he's probably gonna do the whole like 11 to 5 a.m. deal. But this year we said because of COVID, we won't be doing the full overnight stay. So how long will folks be out there tonight? And what time will it kick back off in the morning?
So we'll be out here till 11 tonight, and it starts back at 5 in the morning, 5 a.m. With coffee and breakfast for those. And that's a very, very, very important time because any shelters or anything around the area between 5 and 6, you see people starting to leave, start to traveling, starting to moving around. So that I'm quite sure there'll be quite a few people out here in the park. And I told one of the news stations that having a small amount of people come out here is a good thing. That means that they have somewhere to go. They are in a shelter somewhere tonight. They are somewhere warm, somewhere even safe. But when you have large numbers out here, then that lets you know that these people have nowhere to go.
Right. And that the population has grown.
The population has grown.
Right.
One thing they just do every year, January, with the point in time count, where they went out physically and look for areas where the homeless usually congregate and make sure that you count them. Well, that's the people that you can find. So whatever number that you have on roster for how many people that are homeless, you can just multiply that,
Yeah.
because there are people that they never found. There are people that are never found. There are people that they didn't talk to. There are people that didn't talk to or they didn't find, um, and things of that nature. So, uh, so that's that's a big deal. That's a real big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal, man. And one of the things that we definitely have to do, we have to be able to
Right,
see people.
right,
A lot of times we may be, going out at a gas station and we then try our best to not see the person that may need our help. So I'm
right,
folks out there, it ain't your business, what this person may have going on. But look, if you got it, man, buy somebody a cup of coffee or bring them a warm coat or a blanket or something. It ain't if you got it in your closet and you ain't wore it in 6 months, you ain't finna wear it in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th month. So go
right.
ahead and do something with it. And this is the perfect time to do something to help another human out there that might not be doing as well as you are. So you're tuning in with us now. I see some folks just joining. This is the Nightcap Knowledge dedicated to the Sleep Out to help the homeless. Mr. Mack is live on the scene.
Yep.
We've got a good group of folks out there that are assisting him and all of the things that it takes to pull off an event like the Sleep Out. But we're doing it in an abbreviated fashion tonight. And if you want to donate to Mississippi Move, go to msmove.org. You can see that right there on the screen. And Mac, I know we got some other events coming up. Do you want to kind of talk about those before we round out this first 30 minutes of the segment?
So, what we're going to talk about the other events that's you talking about COVID related, or just our events for the end of the year?
Our events for the end of the year.
Okay. So we're going to do another event that is very, very important, especially since our leadership is failing us, and you have folks that work in healthcare and that are nursing that are begging for mandates and more support.
Yeah.
So we're going to do Mississippi Move did one already. We're going to do a support our healthcare workers event. We're going to find a location. We're going to set up with the food truck, maybe food trucks, and provide some free meals and some anything that you want to share. Right? Let's show our healthcare workers that are on the front line that we support them, even though that folks are not orchestrating policy to support
Yeah.
them by supporting the people. We're going to support them by providing resources to them. And so, if you want to donate something, or want to give something, we're going to be there. Putting that together very, very soon. And we're going to try to make a multiple type of event where we can do multiple things, but we will have music, we will have food, and we're going to show our healthcare workers that we appreciate them for all the work that they do.
That's right.
Mississippi Move will also be partnering to do appreciation for a local school for the teachers. We're going to do something for the teachers also. And so we're going to do a twofold part. We're going to be donating to the overall process for the teachers to recognize. I think it's going to be gift cards they're going to be giving out. But Mississippi Move is also going to have one school that we're going to set up at and do the same thing for that school, providing food and a relaxing good time. We have a thing I created with, we started as an event we did years ago called social therapy. And I use that with the Epps Institute. We're going to have a social therapeutic event where people can relax just a little bit and feel appreciated for all the things that they do that causes so much stress.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, look, teachers and healthcare workers and folks that that are on all the time. Healthcare workers have to respond to things.
Right,
They have been in high demand. Teachers, up early in the morning, they get into the afternoon and they got their own kids. They have to go home, tend to their
right,
kids, and then get back up and do it all over again. Monday through Friday. And then if you're a real teacher, you got kids that's gonna text you and
yeah,
email you, and you're gonna have
yeah,
to help them outside of those traditional hours. So
right,
I definitely think it's a great idea for us to appreciate the teachers out there, appreciate the healthcare professionals, healthcare warriors, whatever you want to call them, folks that are out there helping folks that are in need of help. So
Right.
not only is Mississippi Move helping the homeless, we're also doing something to appreciate the folk that do the heavy lifting and the helping every day. So if you want to support, what we do, go to MississippiMove.org, make a donation. We are a 501c3 organization, and your donation is tax deductible. So make a big donation so you can get that write off, right?
Big donation. Hey, we can do a lot with that, and I just want to say thanks to all the volunteers that we've had. We've had folks who've been reaching out to us about to volunteer to participate. We got volunteers are working now. They are very diligent and came in and jumped in and say, "Hey, man, what do I need to do?" So we definitely appreciative for everybody that want to get in and be part of the solution.
That's right.
And that's what I tell folks. We got two choices, no matter what the issue we see, regardless if you caused it or not. We got two options. So you either gonna be part of the problem or part of the solution. So I'm definitely anytime somebody that want to be a part of the solution and want to come up with ideas. I was jokingly talking to Sabir earlier. Me and Stamps was going back and forth. We had a different of opinion on how we wanted to set up something.
Yeah.
I said, it's good when we got options of solutions versus people just talking about the problem. So I said, the one thing about it is what we are debating about is a solution for the problem and not just talking about the problem or blaming somebody else. I
Yeah.
said, so we have to come up with more ways. So that's a conversation that we need to have with more people where we start dealing with the immediate change, but also we start looking at the systematic change and not just providing the basic need for the homeless, but what can we do to help prevent
Yeah.
homelessness and get the folks off the street that are on the street right now that are ready to start transitioning into more of a permanent settlement because it's simpler than just putting them in something. What else do they need to be able to get, well, quote unquote, stabilization? What else do we need to happen?
Yeah. Now, Mac, talk about some of the shelters that are out there that the money that we raise and the folks that we work with throughout the year.
Uh,
Talk about some of those shelters and some of the resources that they provide to our homeless brothers and sisters out there.
so there's a lot of places that provide different programs, especially help folks with A&D, alcohol and drug dependency.
Mhm.
The two shelters that we started working with, the emergency shelters, were the Broomfield House and Matt's House, were the two emergency shelters for Stupid. And Phi Beta Sigma Mu Sigma chapter had adopted the Broomfield House in 14 for our centennial year. And around October of that year, we found out that they were losing funding.
Mm.
And the
Yeah,
guys,
I
the
remember.
guys asked us. They said, if you could do anything, save the women and children.
Yeah.
That's what they asked us at Broomfield House, and that's how we got involved. And we went through a series of events and telethons, and very very big thank you to Stan Branson and Alpha Media Group. We had WOAD, Kixie, Jerry M. I out here for 6 hours that year, and that's how we started doing it on that Tuesday before Thanksgiving, um, raising money and raising resources to help save those shelters.
That's right.
So there are other shelters out there. You have Gateway, you have Salvation Army, you have several domestic violence shelters, and those are places that they are out there, and you find when you need because the address and the thing about it is it's a safe location, it's a safe space.
Right.
So it's not something that say, hey, this is it right here, and you broadcast it and tell
Yeah.
everybody. It's one of those places that you find as needed, but there are several shelters around. They definitely always need donations. They definitely always need support. They need support because they got to deal with a lot. That's traumatic. It's a very traumatizing situation when you got to listen to someone else's trauma over and over again.
Yeah.
Anybody ever worked in mental health or behavior health or psych, um, hearing so many things that happen to a person, some of it is very dehumanizing. It starts to wear on you. So those folks need your support. They need help. They need resources.
Now,
So
Mac, let me ask you this, man.
uh,
What are some of the numbers? And for everybody that's just tuning in with us right now, this is the Nightcap Knowledge very special edition. It's the Sleep Out to Help the Homeless edition. Mr. Mack is on the scene at Pittman Park in Jackson, Mississippi. The reason that the Sleep Out exists is to highlight homelessness in Central Mississippi.
Right.
We've also partnered with people all over the state. Now, I know that these numbers are not accurate. I know that in the state of Mississippi, uh, we're well over 1,000 people experiencing homelessness in Jackson alone. Is that right?
Oh, Jackson. I think the numbers that's on the book is like 1,500.
Yeah. So, and what I'm looking at right now, it's the United States Interagency Council on Homelessness. They've got Mississippi numbers at like 1,100, and
For the state,
for the state,
we got 1,100 here.
right. So the thing that I'm saying is, there's a artist that we play here on the Nightcap, Jay Hefe. He just did 1,000 plate giveaway down at Daddy's, which is really close to a homeless encampment right off of Highway 49. So you got, folks out there that have banded together and created their own community.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a lot of chatter around the coast about what was going to be done, or people, churches or whomever. So recording artist Jay Hefe did 1,000 plate giveaway today, gave away, turkey and all the fixings and all that stuff right there.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to show, like, or reinforce the point that you were making earlier about you got a choice to make. Either you're gonna be a part of the problem or you're gonna be a part of the solution.
Right.
And Jay Hefe was one of those folks that said, I'm gonna be a part of that solution. So shout out to Jay Hefe, shout out to Councilman Stamps, shout out to the Him and Her organization, Ada Iota Mu and Ada what is it, Ada Iota Epsilon, or I forget their name, but the Him and Her, man, they've been supporting what Mississippi Move does for some years. Stilettos on the pavement. Matt, give another rundown of all the folks they've been helping out with this.
Mississippi in Action, and we talk about the D9 for Jackson. We talk about the definitely strong for the men of Phi Beta Sigma, multiple chapters around the Jackson metro area and around the state. So yeah, we definitely been out here working, and a lot of we've had Masonic lodges, the Eastern Star. But the Eastern Star usually be out here deep, providing resources. We also we've had the Dart team. Like I said, JPD Dart team came out and brought clothing one year. So we've had folks that understand that either they have someone in their family, or they just or themselves, or they understand that hey, these people need help, and we are here to help folks, and this is what we need to do. So we are very thankful for everybody that comes out and everybody that supports. And I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anybody that has been participating and been donating. We got a lot of individual folks this year that hasn't been participating, that heard about it and want to be a part of it. So we talked about Councilman Stamps in Ward 4. And I would just say we've had support from folks that you never see. There are a lot of people that you never see and never hear from, that allow and create and make this thing happen.
That's right.
And we're just thankful for everybody. But the goal is to make sure that we can help with the systematic things that put people in a position to be homeless. And when you are in extreme poverty, and I had one of the questions that I forgot which anchor asked me about what have we seen different. I said, well, one thing you've seen different, where versus feeding the homeless, you have people that have places to stay, that have a house, they had a job, that now are in the same line needing food boxes, needing soup, needing the basic necessities, because due to COVID, they either lost their job or they were drastically financially impacted by what happened with COVID.
Right.
And they don't have the basic needs anymore.
Yeah.
So that line now is longer. It's longer, because the next step for them would be homelessness.
Yeah. Like, food insecurity is a real thing, man.
Right. Right.
There's been reports on CNN, and this was coming from, they highlighted Georgia. I think it might have been Gwinnett County, Georgia, where they did another highlight on Los Angeles, and they were saying that the line for food, like the food box distribution.
Right.
And some of us walk up, some of us like you got to pull up in your in a vehicle, but the line has not stopped growing since the onset of COVID. So you talking about like we were speaking earlier, the working class folks that are now in a situation where they have food insecurity,
Right.
and then you have less than smart people that are supposed to be in the decision making seat that won't even do the right thing and do the right thing by humans because you're a human and you have. So you need to make sure that other humans have too, especially for humans that work.
You have folks. You have. Let me see. So you go deep into we talk about racial equity. You have folks that are in your same social circle, or at least close to the same business class and all that good stuff, um, that are begging you to make a mandate to make people wear masks and enforce it. Because
Yeah.
if masks did not work, why do doctors and nurses wear masks any other time when it's not a pandemic, when they're dealing with illness and virus inside of the hospital? Why do people wear a mask when they have to go out in public when they have the flu? Yet the masks do not work. Prevention is the biggest thing. Preventing you from getting COVID. Preventing. That
That's what
means
insurance is about, prevention.
prevention. That's the solution to it. So if you sanitizing, if you separating, if you wearing a mask, if you're doing all those things and you're enforcing those things to prevent it, then you don't have to worry as much about treatment. When you
Right.
hear that, when you already have a subpar healthcare system because of funding and lack of resources, and then they tell you that there's no more ICU beds available, and
Or
we're running,
they sending you home because they
they,
try to keep the beds available.
and because you don't have enough symptoms, and they send it, and the thing about it is, so you got flu. Here's the thing about it: flu never stopped, pneumonia has not stopped, accidents has not stopped, severe surgery, emergency surgery has not stopped. You
All
have
of
so much stuff happening, and but you talk about the space that's taken up by COVID. When that's why we got to hurry up and get this stuff to put together so we can talk about the indirect effects of COVID and how so many folks have transitioned or not getting the health care that they need simply because of how COVID is affecting everything. So right now, we got to think about all the issues that we have and think about what can I do
yeah.
and what should I be doing. Don't
What's
wait to hit your front door to say, "Hey man, somebody need to do something." Because
right?
I'm gonna ask, who in the hell is this somebody, and what do you want them to do? Because we want our immediate problem solved. So before it get to you, what can you do to be preventative for yourself, but also help your fellow man?
Yeah. I don't know nobody that wants like to have that moment happen to them.
Right.
Like now, it may be a decision that somebody says, well, right now this might be the best thing for me because of X, Y, and Z. Like we said earlier, it's not on you to judge folk, but I don't know anybody. If you can find somebody to say, look, hey man, I want to go through that moment where I became homeless, or that I experienced food insecurity, or I experienced inadequate healthcare system. Nobody wants to experience that.
No.
Nobody. So the
No.
thing is that we gotta put ourselves into action to say, all right, if we see something, you got to do something.
Right.
And that's really what it boiled down to. Mac, I don't want to keep you on here too long. I know you got folks out there right now. If you're tuning in with us and you're watching or rewatching this broadcast, this has been the special Nightcap Knowledge episode dedicated to the Sleep Out to help the homeless at Pittman Park with Mississippi Move. And all the donations and everything that happen for the Sleep Out, they go directly to provide resources and all of the things that our homeless brothers and sisters in the central Mississippi area, what they need to get by. So we have these relationships with our homeless shelters. We have these relationships with uh, media organizations like Alpha Media Group and Stand Branches. We got relationships with the city officials, city councilmen, all of the folks that do right by people no matter what situation that they're in. Those are the folks that we want to have involved in the Sleep Out to Help the Homeless. And we can do this work year round. So if you feel obliged, make a donation to Mississippi Move, and you can do that at www.msmove.org. Matt, you got any closing words you want to go with?
Hey man, I definitely thank everybody for tuning in, checking us out. Spread the word, share, be safe. Don't let no one put any social peer pressure on you because you are not doing the things that they think. Don't take this lightly. This is not a joke. And I'm speaking just for COVID by itself, but definitely, think about this year that how much has happened to so many people. What can you do to help someone else?
Yeah.
Right? Tomorrow is Wednesday. We push ARC Wednesday. ARC stands for Act of Random Kindness. Just think about what can you do to help someone else.
Yeah.
Despite how much you have lost or how much changes have been through you've been through this year, there are a lot of people out there that are less fortunate than you and definitely could need your help.
That's
So
right.
definitely help out, be part of the change, be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem.
That's right, man. You heard it. Be a part of the solution, and the solution is action. Be about that action, y'all. So, what we're gonna do tonight? We got some good chemistry out there at the Sleep Out to Help the Homeless at Pittman Park with Mississippi Move, Mr. Mac. So, we're gonna play "Chemistry" by Stephanie Luckett, and we're gonna head on up out of here, man. So, vibe with us, and make sure you go to Mississippi Move's website and make a donation. Mac, stay warm out there, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace. You tuning in. This is DJ George Chuck. Donate to MississippiMove.org, MSMove.org. This is Life versus Love, the chemistry track by Stephanie featuring Dear Silas. We'll see y'all soon.
Before there wasn't us, the thought consumed my mind. We've got a special love, one we've never felt before. The thought of us together makes me lose control. It's the chemistry that makes me take a chance on you. It's no mystery that what we've got is special. It's a thought of feel, something we know is real. Baby, it's our chemistry. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry. Our chemistry. The vibe is for forever, not a season. We could be more than what we imagine. Let's take a chance, explore our feelings. We can't ignore the passion that is happening. It's our chemistry that makes me take a chance on you. It's no mystery that what we've got is special. It's a thought of feel, something we know is real. Baby, it's our chemistry. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry. Our chemistry. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry, our chemistry.
Yo, how you got me like you do? Tripping over my Nikes like I'm a fool. Wanna deflect and maybe send you a text about how your makeup look perfect. I should probably make a move like how your lips looking good with a red mat. I was really hoping to get me a call back, yo. Don't understand. You got me ready to do whatever you needed to bat up a thick last, yo. All of my homies is telling me stop that. Like how you let her get you, we need you to fall back. I got to pass. Cause you ain't see how when she sat down, that whole thing was hanging off the back, like. So check it out. I was thinking me and you could hit the fair, get a funnel pack, maybe two. Yeah. Cause we got chemistry. Don't be acting like we don't. Treat a nigga like a fucking bugaboo.
It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry, our chemistry. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry, our chemistry.
Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in to Nightcap Knowledge tonight. Make sure you make a donation to Mississippi Move so that they can continue the efforts of the Sleepout to help the homeless. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.